Welcome to the World Walker's Order, Lesson 11, within the Mother House. This lesson is in regards to knowing your spirit guides. Now that we have been introduced to most of our spirit guides, it is time to develop a relationship with each of them within the inner band and outer band. Naturally, it is important to spend meaningful time with them so an authentic relationship builds slowly over time. If you are interested in becoming a medium, this is even more crucial so that the connection and communication are somewhat seamless. Thus, confidence is built in working with your spirit guides. If you already have a strong bond between your spirit guides, then actively work with them throughout your regular day on a regular basis. Then when spirit whispers in your ear, you are already open to receive messages from spirit through at least one of your guides, due to you already knowing their communication cues and all their subtle nuances and cadence. You should pick a specific time, one day a week, to spend communicating with your guides. As time passes, this time will grow until there is a genuine comfort being with your spirit guides. As far as possible, do this at the same time and same place without missing a session. If you are consistent with this time, the guides will be also. If you do this hit and miss, you will quickly weaken the connection. Like any relationship, the same steps we take when we journey or do magical workings are the same for spending time with our spirit guides. We release, we ground, we center, we zip up, and enter our stillness. As you know, after practicing these steps routinely, all will take the length of time as a single twinkling of an eye. It is helpful to light a candle, as this seems to provide energy guides can use for communication, but it is not necessary. Do not try to enter a trance state while doing this. You will be in an altered state of consciousness. However, it will happen naturally, and you will not be aware of it. A full trance state, i.e. losing awareness of your body and having your body taken over by the consciousness of the guides, is not necessary. And my focus in this lesson is for you to be fully conscious during your experiences. I want you to get used to becoming more and more conscious, not less conscious. This is about zoning in, not zoning out. Have a pen and notebook for writing down what you receive as you meditate. Ask your guides to adjust your energy as needed for better communication. Sit with your hands on your thighs, palms up, and close your eyes. You may be aware of your energy being adjusted, or you may not. Sit this way until you feel that the adjustment has been accomplished. You will know. See or imagine your guides seated around you as if you were visiting with friends, as indeed you are. Greet them and converse with them. This is the time for you to ask them questions, to listen to their responses. Remember, it is their job to advise you. However, you will decide how much of their advice you will utilize. You are responsible for all decisions that you make. Then begin to meet your guides every day, continuing to develop your personal relationship. Begin every morning with a single simple meditation question, saying something in the effect of, uh, help me today to know you, or what do you look like? Now, as a side note regarding this question, be aware sometimes your helpers may change their appearance from time to time. Another question may be, show me one thing you are enjoying today, or show me one thing you dislike, or what are you working on at this moment? Tell me about your lives. Show yourself to me today. So these are just a few sample questions one may ask in the beginning phases of your walk with spirit guides. I am sure you have many more. As you can see, like any good relationship, you are first interested in your friends' likes, dislikes, and so on, what they are currently focused. Once you feel you have a good personal friendship with one of your spirit guides, you are then ready to ask a single question per day regarding how to work with them, thus developing a good working relationship. So first, friendship, then a working relationship. The reason why it is stressed to ask one question per day is in the beginning, because if you ask 3 questions, when one answer arrives, you will quickly become confused and possibly walk away from the relationship. Naturally, as you become more and more attuned to your spirit guide's communication methods, you then may ask many questions as you like, just like a real conversation that one would have with a good friend. Some working questions may be the following. What will you help me learn today? I want to learn this today. How will you help me? If trouble is coming, how will you send your warning? When a spirit is coming through, how will you let me know? Though one does not need to rely on any guide informing you when a spirit desires to speak to you, unless you enjoy this agreement with your guides. What do you want me to experience today, in which you will somewhat guide the process? What will I need to commit or do today to make the world a better place? What will I need to commit and do today to make my nation a better place? What will I need to commit and do today to make my local community a better place? What will I need to commit and do today to make my home a better place? What will I need to commit and do today to make the holy temple that lives in my heart a better place? What will I need to commit and do today to make me a better being? These questions are asked first of you, then your guide. Select one statement, agreeing with those whom have come into your life as spirit guides, and live your day big with meaning, remembering your word is as if the doing is already done. Begin to get to know one helper at a time, then watch what she reveals to you, paying attention and acknowledging her when she answers. If you do not wish to work with your helpers at this time, then be honest with your helpers and tell them. You cannot give excuses. They know what you are really thinking. If you are not willing to get to know them, when you need to communicate with them, you will have a difficult time. If you say you are going to work with them and you do not, then do not be surprised if they do not respond to you the way you prefer. They are just as real as you, and they like to be treated with respect and kindness, just like you. They desire to help you. However, first you need to know them. Yes, they are always with you, helping you in more ways than you can imagine. Conversely, they desire for you to utilize them more often. Now, the Spirit Guide Meditation. Meditate as one normally would. Relax, palms up, and breathe. Once you feel grounded and relaxed, acknowledge your spirit guides are with you, thanking them for their presence. Now request your helpers to adjust your energy as always, allowing them to do this work. You will feel when your helpers are finished with their attunement on you. Ground, center, and release as always, returning to your fullness. There are other methods to begin a meaningful relationship with each of your guides. Some are pick one helper per week, repeating her name throughout the week. Ask your helper questions and wait for an answer. If you do not wait for an answer, your helper will not answer. Find out if your guide has a favorite song or color. This information may help you in the future. Another method is setting aside 10 minutes every day for 1 month, focusing on one guide at a time. Or stay with that guide until you understand her nature and symbolism. When you move on to the next guide, do not ignore the guide you spent so much time the previous month. In fact, that guide could be very helpful to you working with the next guide on your list. It may be a smart idea to start a drawing or each guide with symbols or words that reflect what you have discovered about each guide as a reference chart. Now, regarding authority, keep your authority and insist on boundaries. Guides are not your boss. Yet, on the other hand, say no or yes up front instead of saying yes and never following through is not good for your guide's relationship. It is not good magically either. Your word is one of the most potent powers you possess magically. Your word is powerful, and by saying yes when you know you have no intention of following through will water down your word. Thus, your power and your guide will not be so quick to come to your aid the next time. At the other end of the spectrum, remember to ask for help. Spirit guides are waiting for you to ask them to help you. They are waiting for you to speak to them. Though there will be times you will need to tell all the guides to step back. If you work with healer guides, the same is advised. They will want to help, but at times you can tell them it is you whom needs to act alone or make a decision alone. They will honor your wishes. They understand why this is important. You will know when and why this is important to utilize your guides in your time. Then there are times you may be too physically ill to request help. This is when family, friends, and tradition are even more important, and they step in, becoming your advocate, asking on your behalf. This is one important charge a world walker holds. They step in, request, and work with your spirit guides until you have returned to full health. Other helpful questions to ask your guides so that you may feel the different energies of each guide are: how can I improve my ability to hear you? Ask specific guides specific questions. Ask your joy guide how to bring more happiness and joy into your life. Ask your protector guide if there is anything you need to know to be safer. Ask your doctor guide if there is a way to improve your spiritual life. Ask your healer chemist for advice to improve your energy and health. Ask your master teacher if there is anything you need to know now. This is simple. Light a candle for your guides. Relax and enjoy this time with your guides. When you are done spending time with them, thank them for this time together. Put out the candle, release, ground, and center. At bedtime before going to sleep, focus on one guide and feel her energy surrounding you. Relax in this energy for 5 to 10 minutes. You may or may not receive information. However, you will know this guide better and make a stronger connection with her. On another night, use this method to experience the energy of another guide. You will often receive unasked help from your guides when you are in the midst of performing something or have a goal or project with which you are working. You may be aware of a specific guide, or all the guides together, or just suddenly acquiring the information you need, or have an impulse to do a certain thing that you find greatly helps you in what you are doing. When you need information or guidance, you may receive an answer then, or just suddenly know the answer at a later time, or find the information in a normal way. All of these are ways your guides work with you. They enjoy this, and it makes a strong connection with them. However, if you start to depend on your guides for everything and stop using your own intelligence and your own common sense, you will shut down the connection as well. Work to have a relationship of equals, not one of dependence and lack of responsibility for your life. Until next time, blessed be.